a little something I'm trying to do with eventually with Ares when I have to discuss with him.
Oh.
Of
Oh.
course, of course.
I like it, but also I feel like that's not gonna be too good for any enemies in the way.
Oh, are we
The only
locked?
reason why because
We
it
are.
consists of Fey and Draconic magic.
Oh.
Wait, I accidentally clicked out my 20-month anniversary. Okay, but it's my 20-month anniversary of subbing.
Dun, dun,
4
dun.
months.
Thank you very much.
Yay!
Um. Oh, get some music going. Someone wants to. Here, I can poke red real quick. Red's not required for today, though.
Okay.
Mhm.
I just wanted to pop in for the first few minutes.
Oh, and I replaced the cantrip mending with vicious mockery.
Vicious
Yeah, my
mockery.
spells weren't changed yet, but when if they come up, I'll just.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just trying to remember what I switched.
No, that's so
What
fair.
I get on the D100? 74.
I'll have to go
See.
You know, I
check.
just
I didn't actually get your level up in Draco for Choric. I
Uh,
couldn't find what you had changed or whatnot.
I took a level in Rogue, and that should have been the majority of the change, other than 2 spells.
Sure. Well, we'll get the spells in between or when you need them.
Yep, that's fine with me.
Yeah, I made
Hurrah.
sure to change a lot of my spells to non-concentration spells
Mhm.
because big brain.
Big brain, big brain, big.
Big
I struggle.
big brain.
Big brain time.
There you go. There
You
you
struggling,
go.
it made me struggle.
You got there eventually.
It's the bilingual. I have to say goodbye to both languages. Bilingual. Can't speak one or
True.
the other.
No language.
Mm-mm.
So, Weaver fight.
Yeah, I would like to do.
Go for it, man.
I bet any of us.
Please
Go for it.
Yeah.
I would love to do it. Okay. If you want it now, Zach, unless you need me to wait a second.
Nope, please do.
So, last session, we fought the Demon Prince Weaver. It was we had made our way through the webway already, and we're right outside the gate to her home, I guess you could say. I don't know. Lair. There we go.
Mhm, mhm.
We pushed the door open, and Lady Soria was left behind as a multitude of
Whoopsie, lost track of time.
dark spiders were coming towards us. We fought hard. A lot of us went down a few times, and then, using what he thought would end, what he knew would more than likely end his life, Lee cast Finger of Death on Weaver. Also kind of cursing her, saying your own darkness will consume you. Which caused the necrotic damage to go past her resistance and start to melt her body away. Which, after a fireball from Loreleth that did the 4 damage, that did the 4 extra damage we needed it to, Weaver fell and melted away. And then, as everyone got up, everyone's focus shifted to Lee. as he was slowly losing consciousness. And then there were steps heard up the stairs into her lair as the Phoenix Eternal came in, placing a hand on Lee's back and siphoning the dark boon out of him before he could die. As we were kind of relishing in our victory, Scarlet ate a rock. And then we were transported back to base camp.
Certainly just a rock and nothing else that formed inside the demon's body, the only physical piece of it.
It's totally
It was
not gonna it's totally not gonna bite me in the butt, right?
Goop is physical.
It's totally.
I mean,
it's
it was just a big piece of rock candy.
Nothing bad's gonna happen to me, right, Zach?
Oh.
Okay,
Right.
what did we say? The goop's just barbecue sauce?
Well, if it
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
something that was going to happen, certainly wouldn't happen quickly. Anyways, you all wander back through the darkness, along the pathways, tired, ready to fall, with Delia leading the way, holding up a little bit of flame to light the darkness. Anytime there's a bit of scuttling along the path, it is something moving away. Till eventually, a few hours later, you will arrive back at camp. Back at perhaps the nicest little part of Icarus.
Oh my goodness! Finally.
Oh, it's nice to be at kind of home.
Scarlet screaming with joy as she still has a level of exhaustion.
Right. How many did Lee get?
Uh,
Was
think
it
it was
2
2.
points or yeah, I think it was 2 points.
Yeah, that
Ugh.
sounds about right.
Scarlet
Ugh.
falls on the bench. Oh, finally.
Oh man, that was excruciating for one. But
Why did we do that?
why did we do
we're
that? I don't
crazy.
know.
We're crazy people.
I was told you needed my help, and clearly you did.
We're crazy individuals. Why? Oh god.
To be fair, none of us discussed our sanity before coming here.
Lee's just gonna kind of rest his head on your shoulder, Scarlet.
Scarlet doesn't even care. Scarlet's completely just unfazed by everything right now. She's almost kind of forgotten the rock that she ate. And then she starts thinking about it. She's like, oh yeah, I ate that. Which, real quick, leads me to a question, Zach.
Mhm.
Because I took the Identify spell, could I use it while the rock's inside of me? Or no?
No.
I believe you need physical contact with it.
Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to ask.
Physical contact with the stomach. Anyways,
Dissection is an option.
I
Oh.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Loreleth kind of hobbles off to the side over here, and she has a bit of a smile on her face still. She has the whole way back. She'll just say, I'm gonna get some rest, alright?
Yeah,
I would
you
do
do
that.
that. You need it.
You need it. Take care.
Well, Delia, you look in as bad a shape as my own,
Welcome
honestly.
by on the stream, welcome. I don't think we're gonna have too many people by. This is a later weekday stream.
I think we're all looking pretty bad. I think we all need at least a good night's rest.
I could sleep for like 12 hours.
I could use a good rest. A deed like this, if I was taught anything from my adventuring days, deserves a proper celebration. after we've all stopped hurting.
Mm.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I second that.
But then again, we got problems to deal with in a later date. About
Well,
the sword.
oh, the one that
Do-
is in Ares' possession? Or...
No,
No.
the other sword.
Weaver's
Uh,
Fang.
Oh.
We promised it to Lady Soria and her help to fight Weaver.
Mm-hmm.
She will not help us fight Weaver.
I
I mean,
She
you
technically
kinda
did. She
I
got
would-
us there.
I don't know.
I would personally, as I was here for a short time, Lady Dilly, sorry, wrong name. I am out of it. Anywho, they did lead us away, and they did also help fight. If it's the person I'm remembering, but
Yes.
Some love for
I
you,
don't know.
Drina.
it is
It
your
doesn't-
personal qualms.
It doesn't fit right with me for them to have such a powerful weapon.
The real
is all.
question is that exactly, do we want them to have a weapon that could potentially, literally, one-shot any of us with one stab?
do we plan on getting her that angry?
I think
The
it's
thing
less
is-
of
I plan on keeping her on her happy side.
Yeah.
I think it's less of a matter of making people happy or upset or whatnot. And I think it's more of, I think what Scarlet might be getting at is the weapon is out of our reach, and for the most
Well-
part, we all have good intentions, from
Well,
my knowledge.
It's not, it's not fully out of my reach.
But well,
There's also the matter that they are mercenaries. As much as friends go, if we are even considered friends, that doesn't change the fact that the moment they have someone else that does have us in their sights, all it takes is the right amount of coin.
That's a
Mercenaries
good point.
are not loyal. They're loyal to their coin purse.
I don't. Yep.
I
And
was
Lady Soria is loyal to another prince.
Yeah, she's part of the Black and Chains, right? That's what she
I
said.
did.
believe so.
That's a mercenary group. They made that very clear when we went there.
Scarlet
know
will
the
ask. Scarlet will ask Delia if she knows anything about the Black and Chain.
I've heard the name before. They have something of a reputation, if I remember, but I've never run into them myself.
Do you know who they're?
She mentioned
connected
something
to?
about Ard.
Hard. That's a god in Dacia, god of death.
The Isles.
Oh,
Something.
My god. Isles of Ard.
a god of death doesn't sound very nice.
Mm.
can I make a history check on that?
Yeah, sure. A religion check, ideally, actually.
Oh, okay. Can I use that same religion scar? Or you want me to re-roll? Just
Nah, you can
give you a
use
different modifier. Religion modifier is actually the exact same.
Oh, nice. So, Lee, sitting here, it's a little bit odd. You hear Ard, you hear the Black and Chains, and you're like, oh, yeah, the Black and Chains. They claim to be a mercenary company that worked to chain the god of war Ard to the underworld.
Oh.
Also, the
Okay.
fire's warm, and it hasn't been warm in a long time, and you didn't notice, but now you notice.
Oh. Oh. And I kind of relay the information while kind of like taking off a layer because it's extremely warm. So I gotta like take off the Strahd cloak I have on. I was born. But yeah, what I recall, anyways, reading through some bits and pieces in the tower and whatnot. I don't have much else though.
Hmm.
Today should be a pretty chill stream.
Ah.
A little bit of them discussing
Whether or not we want to do something about that's
some
another
heartfelt
thing, but
goodbyes.
I think that's a tabled conversation for another
The
day.
party.
I agree.
Hmm.
Ah,
That is something
Scarlet.
we'll have to worry about later then.
Yes.
Do you, by any chance, still have that book that the Forlorn gave you?
I mean, it has no magic left in it.
It may
Yeah.
not, but maybe Lee can do something with it later.
I'll hand the book to Lee.
am I your personal praiser now?
Well,
No, we know what it is.
We know what it did. It's
jest.
it's just like the book Eudrina read in Baroque.
Ah,
Didn't that
Is?
book go dormant for like 100
was
years
that the
now?
one? Was that the one we got from Strahd's Castle or the Ember Temple?
I believe so, yeah.
Ah,
It works
well.
the same way.
In any case, it might be good within my possession, anyways, at the tower. It'd be a horrible feat if you guys happen to lose all your belongings and that with it.
Yes. Speaking of the
Valuable
tower,
collection.
wasn't there? Speaking of the tower, wasn't there talks about going to the tower?
Once Delia's in a bit more of a fit shape, we will take our leave. I'm sure Delia's a bit too exhausted to take us there anytime soon.
Yes, I think we all need a rest for the night. Quotation marks. I just remember saying that we would go there.
And then tomorrow, we'll stop by the tower very briefly. And then I will take us out to a tavern.
Oh, a tavern sounds
Taverns.
wonderful right now.
Are you
I would love
buying?
a tavern.
My favorite is in the middle of nowhere, more so than anywhere else I've ever been.
Okay then.
What's it
I-
called?
Oh, you went to it last time. It's the Horn and Tusk.
Oh,
I will not be stopping by with you. I have an ungodly amount of rest I need to take, but secondly, there is some research that I do want to get on immediately, especially, and he'll kind of jingle on the side. There's like a little vial, and you can see it has the goop of Weaver in it.
Yeah.
yeah.
He hasn't taken the time to identify it yet.
Scarlet seeing the goop, can feel the rock in her stomach. She looks very uneasy.
I have that and a couple of things I must tend to, but you know me as well, Eudrina. Tavern does not suit me.
You know, sometimes this tavern needs to suit you, or you need to suit the tavern. Either or.
You may be right about that, but
Maybe not today though. You just been
yeah.
bad. He's gonna rest a hand on his shoulder and try to tap into the key of Lee.
Well,
Can I ask what I might feel?
Certainly. I'll give you a description. Just, I don't know, make me a medicine check.
I can do that. Let me just move my mini map real quick. And let's see.
Delia nods to you as you sit down, Scarlet.
odd.
19.
Plus 9 too.
First thing, Lee is warm,
That's unusual.
which you remember when that changed, when he became cold after taking the staff. Whatever was causing that is gone. Second, his body is exhausted. He's going to need a few nights of rest before he's feeling remotely better. And third, the energy that does course through him is just as strong as that you sense in your nearby allies. And so if he is careful, he should make a full recovery.
Oh, Adrian, kind of like it does show, but she kind of like has a sigh of relief that, you know, maybe he doesn't know what she's tapping into right now, but she's just so happy he's gonna be okay. And she just exhales and is like taps him on the shoulder a little bit, like tap tap, and yep.
He'll kind of look over you, and for the first of a while, he will give a actually pretty nice smile.
Yeah.
He doesn't notice himself, but he is definitely changing a little bit with the warmth kind of flowing back into him, and the greed of knowledge is slowly leaving him, albeit it's less strengthened as it was. And he'll kind of put his hand out, and he's like, He'll kind of try and make some like fire in his hand, and it just kind of sparks and then kind of pitters out. Yeah, that's the extent of what I can do right now, anyways.
Hey, next one. You know.
I say we get some sleep, guys.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's night.
I'm
just
in
Bolts
big
into a
agreement.
tent.
Well, see all of y'all in the morning.
Lee,
Or whenever morning is.
Lee's gonna kind of put his legs together and like crisscross and actually just kind of sit in front of the fire and meditate. He's feeling pretty good.
I would like to talk to Delia about the rock if she knows anything.
What do you say to her?
Scarlet will go on about how she was like, I was looking in the goop of Weaver, I guess you could call it.
I remember.
I wasn't trying to like take the goop. I was looking for some sort of trophy. Because I'm that type of person I like a trophy of my battles. That is why I choose to keep some of my scars. They're trophies to me.
I see. Demons are nasty things. They don't tend to leave much behind when they're gone.
Well, there was this rock.
Rock?
Or crystal or something. It was familiar but not familiar. And like it was real. It was in my hand but didn't look real. And then the urge to, for some reason, eat it overpowered me, and I ate it.
I've been through my fair share of adventures, Scarlet. And I've traveled a lot of the world at this point. I have no idea what that is. But we'll look into it at the tavern tomorrow. Alright?
That works for me. Thank you. And Scarlet will go to sleep.
You know, I was told it was good practice.
And Lee's gonna hear Ares' plate kind of walking away, and we'll say, "Good night, Ares," and good night, Scarlet, as they pass by.
This is a different
Night,
pass by you.
Scarlet rubs a goop hand over Lee as she.
Not on this. He took the Strahd cloak off.
Goopy.
Yep, a full like pat on the cheek.
Lee has become the Prince of Goo Lagoon.
The Prince of Goo Lagoon.
First things first, to research how to wash this stuff out.
How to get demon goop out. Radiant energy, it seems.
Radiant, you say?
New laundry detergent just dropped.
Delia crosses her legs similarly and will enter a meditative stance as well. Slightly different, her hands kind of locked together, her thumbs pressed together. More of a focus than a restful state. And eventually, you all will find yourself off to dreams. Now, I'm keeping you a little bit longer than than we had initially said, right? I hope that's okay.
Oh, you're good. No, I'm in no rush.
All right. Then, I know there was a number among you who wished to share little dreams,
Mm.
which,
Yeah.
since you were all very interested in doing so, I'm perfectly happy to allow.
Sweet.
Yes.
Let's go.
Who would like to go first?
I don't mind. I don't mind anyone else going first.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, okay.
I volunteer you, Bard.
Why
We volunteer Bard to go
Fine,
first.
I'll-
In a few seconds, otherwise.
Fine, I'll go first. Do you want me to do the whole thing, Zach?
Please. It's your
Hold on,
character. It's your
gotta
dream. I'm
find
not
it.
intervening.
Okay, I finally found it. As Scarlet goes into her tent, she just kind of collapses out of finally being able to rest. The exhaustion gets the better of her, and she sleeps calmly for the first time for a while. And then her dream starts to shift into focus. As she opens her eyes, she watches a cage being moved along with a small tiefling girl in it. She watches the little girl's eyes as a small white flame ignites as the girl tries to pull the cage open while inside. At one point, the tiefling girl does escape and tries to run to what Scarlet can only assume the parents of the girl, but is quickly put into chains and back into the cage, which causes Scarlet's eyes to also alight a little bit. And then the scene shifts into darkness before a new scene takes place. The new scene shows a teenager, kind of about 20-year-old tiefling.
So let your players creatively
That's
express
the same
themselves.
tiefling girl that she
Part of
just
the
saw. Being
And part of what
handed
we believe in here at
person
NTP.
to person, still trying to pull the chains free, trying to break the chains. Scarlet just watches as the scenes unfold, and can't help but grow angry at seeing it all before the final scene shifts into view. The final thing she sees is a nice wooden floor, with nice stone walls, decorated beautifully and extravagantly, of a noble or someone with enough money to live a life of luxury. Standing in front of the tiefling girl while still in chains, is a man, is a noble man. The nobleman is mocking and teasing and humiliating the tiefling. Scarlet can feel the heat of pain, of rage, of a sense of this is familiar, of a sense of wanting to protect this person. And as she looks between the tiefling and the nobleman, she realizes this is her own memory. This is the memory of her breaking her chains, of her changing her fate. And as the wave of white, as the white flame rose to an enormous size inside of her, and it like a tidal wave crashes down, Scarlet and the Tiefling girl at the same time scream. And it's just the sound of iron chains snapping and a warhammer hitting flesh as Scarlet jumps awake at the end of the long rest.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
And so it is you
Round
learn to
of
tap
applause.
into that inner rage.
And now she has a level barbarian.
Hey, you.
Anyone else want to run through this?
I'll run through mine.
Let's go.
Let's go, Corey.
All right. As Cork has fallen into his slumber, he begins to start sweating profusely heavy and mumbles in his sleep. It looks like he's kind of losing his mind, like his mind is battling between good and evil. When he assumes that he wakes up is in his dream, it takes place where all of us have just defeated the Weaver. And as we all being brought back to our feet, he looks behind and sees a dark figure arising from the sludge that's behind everyone. Court cannot make out the figure completely, but he sees a dagger being pulled out. He yells no, and he tries to run as fast as he can towards them. I got to roll a dice. 1d10. The figure ends up stabbing Lee in the back. And as he reaches Lee, he notices that the figure is himself. But it looks slightly different. It looks like him when he first arrived in Barovia. And after all that, he shoots up out of his bed in cold sweat, looking around, and then he can't fall asleep for the most part. But that would be what happened for Corksy.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
I like it.
What did you just... I can't read that.
Well, that's not ominous at all.
Zach, would you mind if I did a little off-the-cuff dream?
Go for it.
Okay. Yadrina's having some of the best sleep she's ever had, well, especially in her time in Ibris, but of her life. It is eerily quiet in her head while she's dreaming. And as she's getting lulled to sleep faster and faster and faster, deeper and deeper and deeper, images start flashing. A couple of numbers, 777, a deck of cards, all splaying out, thrown by someone. A dark, ghostly, void hand reaching out and a bright blue flame igniting within. There's a name being repeated, Uriel. She doesn't know where she remembers it from, but it's something grasping there. And lastly, she sees a dove in a gilded gold cage,
He knows his
battering
symbolism.
at the walls, trying to
I'm
escape.
genuinely impressed with all the players
And she just
here,
groggily gets up.
because there's not many chances in our adult lives to be able to practice like this and to be able to express ourselves like this, you know? Sorry, I was speaking to stream there.
Oh, what?
Nope.
Just on all the different dreams thus far. Certainly.
Yes.
Vision of what's to come, after a vision of what will not come.
Mm-hmm.
What could have been, perhaps.
Interesting.
And would you like to do one as well, Aries?
Yeah, we're gonna wing it because I only had bullet points for this and didn't get to write it all out.
That's all right.
So for Ares, it's a little lighthearted at the beginning because what everyone would think the paladin, the mercenary, or former mercenary, he'd sleep soldier style or something. No, he's curled up. He's curled up like almost want to say dog-like, tail wrapped around. He's in the most comfortable position he's ever been. But that's kind of about all that we see of the calmness for Ares, as he in his dream awakes to what could best be described as a desert, sort of cracked earth, sand blowing, but he is awake. The sky is not blue. It's not your calm, your sunny day. It's reminiscent of a hurricane, but a hurricane over land, just rushing around him. And that's when he feels his oath that he took. I'd best describe it as a hexagonal lock around his neck, and he tugs at it, remembering why he took the oath and why he decided to be the one in front, be the conqueror. And around him, as the wind gets stronger, are visions, are new scenes of what he can do if he would just allow himself to dive deeper into the oath. Suddenly, his sword isn't just on fire, it's blinding white light, radiant and smashing against fiends, keeping them blinded for minutes at a time. It's him empowering his allies with radiant and holy damage as well. It's finally being able to bring the dead back, someone who's just fallen. And he's seeing these visions, and he understands he hasn't been diving into his powers as much as he should have. He's been lacking, and he is now understanding that while bound, he is being granted more power. And he knows what to do. Wherever he goes next, he knows who he needs to stick with. And he's just gonna kind of wake up like he's gonna startle awake because he's no longer feeling the shackle around his neck. He's no longer seeing the hurricane. He's no longer seeing the winds. He's back here in Ypres.
And I suppose, Red, if you'd like, you could come up with one off the cuff. Or
I actually have.
Ah.
I have a little short and sweet one here. Lee, as he slowly sleeps into his meditation, he recalls a dream before he was cured, before all of this. He remembers wandering through an endless snow-dusted library. The shelves stretch beyond sight, filled with tomes of arcanic secrets and knowledge. As his fingers itch to turn every page, a constant thirst for knowledge, an unrelenting hunger pushes him to sacrifice anything in his path. But as he falls asleep, it's different. It shifts to a peaceful, warm library, albeit still stretching further than anyone can see, but It's almost as if the fingers across his hands are warm. The library is warm, no snow has filled this one. And he no longer feels the desperate need to consume all of them. The air is inviting, warm, and filled with a soft hum. And instead of scavenging through books and books, he can take a single book. Not for power, but for the joy of learning. Knowing there's no rush, no obsession, only the quiet pleasure of discovery. And that is his dream.
I sent this to the stream, but I'm very pleased with that, everyone. Good little ratings. You'll all awaken in different states based on your dreams. Scarlet with a bunch of energy ready to go. Ares and Lee probably quite calm. While Yadrina and Korik, you might have lingering pieces of that uncertain future to come. Whether it is or it isn't, or what you remember or don't remember, is up to you. Delia's standing as people begin to stir. And she's stoking the fire.
Me waiting for my health to go.
I'm assuming Lee would have been awake with Delia for a while now.
Probably, yeah. She doesn't need to sleep, so.
Lee only needs 4 hours. But he is also at points of exhaustion, so maybe a couple more
Just
wouldn't
a couple
hurt.
hours, you know.
I have one
Morning
little small,
sunshines.
Mhm.
a small thing. Scarlet puts on her plate armor.
Ooh.
As she steps out, she is sweating in it. She is drenched in sweat as she tries to wear it.
I think Delia will
Looking
be
very uncomfortable.
the first to respond, but anyone else feel free to get in on it as she looks to you, Scarlet, and she says, "Why are you putting your armor on for a day out? Take that off, you look so
You're gonna-
uncomfortable."
Girl, if you get any closer to the fire, you're gonna get broiled.
Scarlet-
Stand back.
Scarlet will think about it, right? We'll
Never seen you sweat.
we'll kind of look at all of the dents and the impacts of Nazim on her armor, the hits of Weaver, and she's like, "Can I hold the bag of holding, please? I don't know who has it, but I need a bag of
Oh,
holding."
you can use mine.
Scarlet will, before taking the bag of holding, she will completely take off all of her armor and throw it in the bag of holding.
Cork's just gonna take off his hat and start fanning Scarlet.
As she starts taking off bits of the armor, the heat doesn't look to be affecting her anymore. But she still looks like she still feels confident enough to take a hit. As even though her AC drops to 19, she still has an AC of 19.
Hey.
Let's go.
Well, everyone, we're going to drop Lee off at the tower. And then we're going to head down to that tavern.
A day at the tavern sounds very good, actually.
Yes. It's a relatively quiet tavern, too. Just a few interesting people there.
Dahlia, are we all going to the tower to drop him off?
Yes, but we'll be there only for a moment.
Okay, because that's where I was. That's where I live.
Oh.
So,
Actually-
same town. Same town.
Oh
Not
yeah, I
the
was
tower
gonna say.
itself. Not the tower itself, unless you live in my basement.
I kind of bum around there sometimes.
Well, you're allowed to.
Yay.
You do the heavy lifting for me.
I do.
Well,
Scarlet
we all ready, guys?
Yep. Let's get
Scarlet
out of
nods.
Yes,
here.
we can be.
I'm assuming the campfire will work for you, Delia?
Scarlet
Oh,
chuckling
yes.
a bit as she remembers the prank that Eudrina and Scarlet pulled of gluing all of Lee's furniture.
god. Not no.
Scarlet looks at Eudrina and be like, "We should do that again.
Yeah.
It was really funny because he got
It
so mad."
was. Wait,
You
guys,
can totally
as
hear
one
them muttering, by the way.
Lee has like a shiver go down his back for the first time.
and then Yadrina, as one last little goodbye to Ibra, she's gonna just cup her hands around her face and very quickly say, "Oh fuck you, Weaver, Weaver, Weaver."
Scarlet's just holding two middle fingers to the air.
All right, brave heroes, come now. Link hands.
I know you're being a little mischievous.
I remember how it was when I was younger.
Oh, wait, where's your other friend?
Oh,
Oh wait,
Orleth. And
Orleth, wake up.
grab
Oh.
Orleth out and she'll come and join.
Oh yeah, we don't want to leave you here.
Does she still look happy? I know it's theater of the mind, but I just wondered
Yeah.
because I know that there's a lot of things.
Generally, there is, and this will be up to them when they return, by the way.
Yeah,
But generally, they seem at peace.
that's good.
Delia raises her hands and then holds them out to each of you, left and right. You can link hands together, and the flame from the fire will circle around you all, burning brightly until you can't see anything at all, until it becomes just slightly uncomfortable. And then you're in a small town with two roads and a tower at one end on a hill. There's a single marketplace. There's no tavern. Couple
Peace and
people
quiet.
staring.
God, we're home. I'm home. Feels weird to be here after so long.
Nice peace and quiet, just like I like it.
Quiet place. I remember Lilac. Would you believe this is where my journey started?
Oh,
Really?
did it now?
I thought I was picking up bailiff when I came to get you. She starts taking a couple steps towards the tower.
I have a quick question. How far away is the market from the town?
Thank you. Oh, it's like in the town center. It's like right there. It's not like a bunch of things. It's literally just a small stand with one guy that's open-jawed, just slack-jawed, staring at the group. There's a scorch mark in a perfect circle around the ground where you landed.
Scorch mark. My floorboards!
Scarlet walks up and places her plate on the table and attempts to sell it to him. If he doesn't take it, it's fine.
Look here, miss. I don't know if I can buy that off you. I don't know if I have the money. I'd buy it off you. One moment. For 450 gold. That's all I could spend.
I'll try a new town. Thank you, though.
A nod.
So just walk back to the group, walking towards the tower.
Well, I do believe this is where we part ways, unless anyone has any things they must do in the tower here.
I'm gonna let other people do something because I have one more thing.
Adrena just gives Lee a hug. Bye, bud.
Lee will
Here's
give a
the
hug
vibes
back.
again. Aw.
And for once, it's not cold.
Oh, you're kind of sweaty.
What?
I'm kidding.
He has cloaks on. You don't even feel it.
I'm kidding. It's fine. I guess.
Make sure to stay healthy, and whenever I see you again, I will be here. Hopefully.
Hey, you too, Dad. Okay?
Ah,
Stay healthy. Or else.
no. Hopefully your journey doesn't take more than a decade.
I imagine.
Hey,
it'll
Lee,
be
you wouldn't
measured in
buy-
months.
Oh,
Corbin.
really?
Eh.
It's all right. Lee, you wouldn't by any chance happen to have any magical components in the tower?
I would hope I would. What are you looking for?
Let's see. I think. Well, anything of use for us at the moment. Nothing in
Any-
particular.
Anything of
Anybody need?
use? A lot of what I have been studying lately has more been knickknacks and gizmos from ancient times, but I'm sure something of use might be laying around. I'm gonna refer to Zach on that one though.
Yeah, you've probably got components in the tower as long as it's nothing too expensive.
Yeah.
Scarlet has already walked into the tower, not caring if Lee minds or not.
Oh.
You open the door,
make you-
there's the entryway, stairs up and down, there's library sections and
Oh.
whatnot on both ends.
Scarlet goes to like a table she could find.
We'll need to go in here anyways to use the campfire for Delia to be able to get you all going, but please make yourself welcome. You guys are all family in here.
Awesome.
Appreciate that.
He'll look over to Ares and Loreleth and say, "You guys may be new, but you are still friends of my friends, which makes you my own."
Aw.
Believe
Just-
me, we fought together.
you.
You are a comrade for life. Don't sweat.
Just a word of warning: he doesn't like grime on his books.
I beg of you.
I cannot promise there isn't going to be blood on my hands if I touch a book.
Blood. You'd be surprised. Blood is easier to get out than you think compared to most other.
Right, that's true.
Aw.
Pretty easy to wash off armor too.
Really?
You could be surprised even the books I find that have just blood on them.
Every so
No.
often.
We won't.
We
ask
could
questions.
talk about cleaning hacks later.
Yeah, let's get Lee to rest.
That's
We don't wanna
true.
hear about them.
Scarlet kind of half listens to them as she is writing a letter to Derismus,
Mm-hmm.
her brother.
Second one for me to deliver.
I couldn't remember if I'd given it to you or not. So
You did.
okay. Then she has since asked for that one back, and has
Ah.
rewritten things and has redone it. Let's cross some things out, and then put at the very bottom, P.S. We defeated Weaver. Tell you more later.
Such a better letter to deliver.
There's more. I just don't have it. She writes about the entire time in Ibris, even their triumphs, their failures, their close calls, and she doesn't go into full detail because she wants to do it face to face one day. And she writes, P.S. We won our battle against Weaver. Tell you more when we cross paths, when we see each other again. May our path, and then she signs it at the bottom. May our paths cross again. With love. Your sister, Scarlet Willow Locks. And then she will fold it, put Derismus on the front of the letter, and hand it to Lee.
Ah.
I don't fully know if he's still in Barovia or not. But if you could try to find him and hand this to him, or get someone to deliver it.
I will probably personally deliver it. I do have business with some people out there at some point, so
The Lich.
I'll to be determined on that bit. I try to stay away from those beings as much as the Lich was nice and kind to us. Unease is
mean-
a constant.
He did have the best selection, other than yours, of magic books.
That
He
is one
also
driver.
in the scary, evil, dark place where Lee got his evil, scary, dark thing that like killed him. So maybe he doesn't want to go
Yeah.
back there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Well,
we gotta probably leave you soon.
And as Scarlet hands the letter, she will hug Lee very deeply.
Lee will give hugs to all and
Mhm.
pats on the back and wishes of luck
then-
as you guys are all
and
about to
then-
set out.
And then playfully, she'll smack him upside the head. That's for using your last one.
Did I really have much of a choice there?
No, but it's still.
I think we were in a situation where we give up everything, or we all die, or I do that.
But still.
I think the pros outweighed the cons, and as much as I didn't want to use it myself either. Push came to shove, and you would do the same thing if you were in my shoes, wouldn't you?
I don't know. I don't think I can learn that spell, man.
You're a silly one, Scarlet.
Well, there's a simple lesson to be learned.
Hmm.
Don't do anything monumentally stupid and you'll all see each other again.
This is
Oh
true.
yeah.
That is true.
And if we are to do it, let's do it together.
Here, here.
100% agree on that.
Scarlet will put her hand out in front of Lee, Korik, and Eudrina. Come
Yeah,
on,
get,
one last
get
time.
Ares
Come
and
on.
Dorleth in here too.
Come on. One last time.
Lee's an honorary
Come on.
member of the Chain Breakers.
Yeah.
Well, I was
come on,
trying to
Ares,
do our thing. I was trying to do our thing and then do the chain.
Nah, all of them. Chain breakers. Come on.
One last time for old sake, Lee.
Of course.
Chain breakers.
A little symbol for everyone. Hands together, up in the air. Delia has wandered over to the fire, where she mutters a few things that sound like scattering sparks.
The floor is scorched where we were, where we took off originally.
Oh yes.
Scarlet understanding the sparks.
Don't worry, this one's a little less destructive.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say if you were to do it again, do it in the exact same spot. It's less to clean up and a bit more costly to repair the boards.
Her hand juts out towards the fire and it whooshes inwards, and you swear on the other side of the fireplace is a different room.
Ooh.
And then she steps in and through.
You. Eudrina steps through.
Lee will kind of wave by as a single tear will roll down his cheek.
Scarlet smiles at him. Take care, Lee.
As do you.
And she'll step.
Later, buddy.
See ya, Gork.
Make sure you get those clothes fixed.
I'll do what I can.
I hear you. And then he steps right on through.
One last funny bit before Red has to leave. As he turns around to the table that Scarlet was looking at, there is just glitter.
Oh. His smile turns into like a disappointed parent
with a
frown
little
type
note in the
thing.
middle. With a little note in the middle saying, "Love Scarlet."
It's not like he's upset, but it's like, when your parents are just, yeah, it's like that. It's like a child who made a mess. It's that kind of face right now.
I can already hear Lee saying, "This is gonna be here forever. You can never get it out."
Ares will pat Lee on the shoulder, and just before he steps away, he's gonna be like, "Lee, I know this is a bit to ask, but you wouldn't happen to have a diamond on you, would you?
I'm
Spell component that I've recently
Zach?
become aware of."
Roll me a D100.
I got you.
Hey.
You have one.
Lee kind of scavenges through, and he'll kind of find his valuables table. And he has like a bunch of diamonds that are like cheap knock fake offs, and then there's one put to the side, and he's like, "Do I have a bunch of real diamonds, or is that a?" I'm assuming the one put to the sides. He'll kind of turn back around, and he will place it in your palm, and he will close it tightly and say, "Be careful with them, and keep them alive."
And he's gonna shake like his fist just slightly and be like, "Hopefully with this, I'll never need to use it, but this will at least ensure I can bring one of them back from the abyss. I promise."
Thank you.
You take care of yourself.
You as well.
And will do. He's gonna also step through.
And with that, thank you for joining us as our guest for several sessions, Red. It's always nice
Pleasure
to
to
have
be here.
a familiar dynamic around, you know?
A pleasure to be here.
Brad.
And
Go
yes, thank you all for having me, and I will let you have the rest of your session. Goodbye.
Bye, Red.
Later, Red.
Joining us.
The rest of you will wander through the fireplace out to the other side. Behind you, the fire licks back into place. Space reorients itself to how it's meant to be. And you are within the very same room you first met Delia. Not first, but at the beginning of your journey you met Delia. In the Horn and Tusk Tavern.
Where some of us also met each other for the first time.
This is true.
Indeed.
Because I believe we have it where Scarlet and Ares had met,
Yeah.
but Ares hadn't met the rest of them. So.
And I know they're not here at the moment, but Lorelith and Ares had also been acquainted before, so
Mhm.
everyone's connected in a way.
Yeah.
Which is very nice.
Hell yeah.
Loreleth will sit down next to Delia, who kind of sits at the center and stretches a bit. She says, well, go have some fun, order some food, some drinks. The tavern owner knows you're connected to me. He won't charge you.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love socializing.
The door is down on the south end here. Here, I'll open it up.
Oh, I almost went through the wall and suffocated to death.
Yeah, there's a stair on the other side of that.
Understood. Key does not allow you to phase through walls.
Oh, you're the guy that said you're gonna put my head on the mount.
You know, it was just a test. Don't
Oh.
want random folks coming up to the Phoenix Eternal. Looks like you all made it
I
back.
appreciate it. Yeah.
How was your journey?
You know, couple bruises, couple scratches, but you should really see the other guy, if you know what I'm saying. But we're gloating. Well, not we. I'm gloating a little bit. It was hard. It was tough. But Delia was a great mentor.
But you're successful in the end.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome back.
Glad to be back. Well, you say back with the living.
Hmm. Well, all of you all made it, right? Kind of leans over this way to try and get a peek, but it's too far.
Yeah. We all made it.
Great. Darn him! And the barkeep, like, looks over from across the way and raises his hands. What? And he'll say, looks like we're gonna need some drinks. Those travelers have come back in the hot way. And Durnan will just shake his head a little bit, and he'll wave you over.
Cork gladly runs over.
I think just about all of us are just running over like food, drink,
Scarlet,
anything.
Scarlet being Scarlet, will lay 100 gold on the counter and be like, drinks for everyone in the tavern.
Always appreciated, adventurers. And he'll step into the kitchen and come back out with a steaming massive pie that he'll put on the table. It like goes from edge to edge and various utensils. I'll say, you can enjoy some of that. Good old shepherd's pie has a little bit of everything you might want. Keep you nice and healthy. And what can I get you to drink, huh?
Oh, boy.
I'll take a mug of your best ale, please.
Absolutely. And he'll pour out a mug and push it across the table to you.
Maybe it is supposed to be 20. Okay, sorry. I unequipped on Fantasy Grounds the plate armor, and it went back up to 21.
If you're using
So
your
maybe.
shield, it's 21. Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. Then yeah.
I will just have water.
Oh, if you insist.
I insist. I'm sorry, I'm no fun.
Oh, it's fine. He'll come. He has to go into the back for this, but he'll come back out with a large pitcher with a little bit of ice in it and a cup for you.
Oh, with ice? Oh my god, this is better than any drink I could have asked for. Thank you, sir.
I mean, add some lemon, make it spicy. Add some
Icy.
fancy water. You know, like some
Icy.
fancy water.
Got any nightshade?
Can't say I
Oh,
do. I can't say I do.
Guess we'll have to find a way to spice this up, and she's gonna go run around.
Icy water. Harry's just gonna look like dumbfounded because he has no idea about this. Like, isn't that a poison?
Don't question it, Ares. It's their season. It's the dwarf
yes.
seasoning.
Is it now?
Yes.
Huh.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a poison, but you know what? Maybe I'm wrong.
Scarlet
It
Scarlet
is a
will
poison.
ask for a whole for a big mug of like a big beer mug of ale or whatever.
He'll pour you one and pass it along to you.
She will chug it.
Certainly.
Coric's already about devouring a good portion of this shepherd's pie.
And as Scarlet has drinking, after a little bit, drinking 3, she eventually makes her way to the piano and starts playing it.
Rubbing it in.
Not again.
And you know what? It's pretty good today. Pretty darn good.
The benefits of having Gladiator as your background, you get.
A couple of the mercenaries will stand up and start kind of vaguely dancing around and cheering.
Idrina snaps at them, cheering them on. Go, slay.
We'll come back to this. How about you? Alcohol, water, juice?
Definitely alcohol. As much as I respect my friend over there, do you have anything strong, maybe, or Let's just start a little lighter. Some whiskey if that's available.
Aye. And he'll pull up a glass and pour some in for you. Pretty neat. Pass it along. And he'll leave the bottle on the on the counter.
Just leave the bottle. Thank you. This is
gold's been paid. He's
he doesn't care. It's fine. Just chug. Aries like raises the glass like thank you, and then takes the bottle and starts chugging the bottle.
Meanwhile, Yadrina hops over here. Where this this
What is this spunky little crystal?
There's a glowing crystal on the table here, yeah. It's a faint turquoise and it emits a green light. Across from you, there is a short woman with sort of bob cut black hair and a bright red robe. He goes, "Oh, and who are you?"
Who are you? You look so fashionable with that bob. And she
you,
flaunts her own bob.
Thank you, darling. You know where I come from. This is what's expected of people. Of my status, anyways. I am a mage, Dr. 36. She holds out a hand.
Dr. 36?
She nods.
And she shakes her hand. Are you afraid of Dr. 37?
No, family tradition. My mother was Dr. 35.
I see. Wait, what? Can you explain that?
It's a very old tradition. It comes from so long ago that we have trouble in remembering precisely how it started. The legends say, though, that it was a very important role in a place where the name was taken from us. And not the doctor name, but whatever name they had. And then we made it our own.
That's pretty cool. So, what's this little glowing thing you got here?
This is Dame's Tears. Very interesting stone. Magically important. Good for enchanting things. Not much of it left, though. I had this taken out from the mountains up north.
Oh. What do you enchant? I'm a little confused. What would you do with it?
I haven't decided what I'm going to enchant with it yet. But the Phoenix Eternal called me in, and I thought, I will stay here for a while. Maybe she will have a suitable project for me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I could like talk to her. I mean, you probably talk to her, but...
Oh, yes, I will talk to her again soon, I'm sure.
Okay. Well, very nice to meet you, Dr. 36. I'm Idrina Yildirim.
Very good to meet
Pleasure
you.
to meet
Any
you.
colleague of the Phoenix Eternal is a welcome colleague.
And you're a welcome colleague as well, with your beautiful bob.
Oh, thank you, darling. And she, flicks her fingers through the edge of it.
And Idrina does the same, flicking her hair. We have such good taste. And then she'll wave goodbye and saunter away so stylishly.
Certainly. You can go and rejoin up or hop over elsewhere.
Gonna
Cork,
see more people.
Cork, you come over to the old lady in the messy robe with hand wraps and a little basket filled with chestnuts. Hello.
Hi. Hello. Would you like some shepherd's pie?
Oh, yes. Would you like to trade?
Sure.
And she'll lift some of the chestnuts off, brush them off, and they clunk onto the table, and she'll pull out a little pie that she puts on the table, and then she'll take your shepherd's pie.
Good trade. This is a good trade.
Yes. And then she starts just scooping bits up with her hands and eating it.
Well, hope you enjoy. He takes her. He takes the chestnuts and just goes off. I'm like, oh, I'll take the pie too.
Oh, sure.
I'll take the pie.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you can march off wherever you'd like.
He's basically Cork is just gonna give out pieces of pie to everyone.
Scarlet being full on drunk at this point has grabbed one of the mercenaries and is dancing around the tavern. Full on drunk.
There's a sort of spinning wheel of people going through the tavern.
It is because it is the first time Scarlet actually looks calm and like is enjoying herself. Yeah, that's it.
Absolutely. If there's anything anyone wants to sit around or talk to anyone or any little ideas
Actually,
you want to have.
I do have some.
Absolutely.
He's gonna ask Durnan if he has a piece of bloody meat, essentially.
Whoa. Sure, what for? He's starting to go into the back room again.
I'm gonna use it later.
Alright. Until just pull back with a raw steak. Passed across the table.
Thank you. And then since he remembers the person in the corner and what they are, he's gonna go over and hand it to him since he knows what he is.
Certainly. You both kind of come in at about the same time here. It was... you all have returned.
Indeed we have.
Yeah. What's your name?
I'm Dismas Lithwind. Or at least that is what I go by these days.
Rick, why do you have a steak?
He's what we had to deal with in Barovia.
Deal with? I have no idea what you're talking about. Dealing with things.
It's okay. I know what you are.
Oh,
I'm not gonna hurt you.
Sounds so bad.
He coughs.
It does.
Then I'll just take the steak and, like move it over onto his plate. I'm sure we can deal with it another time.
It's
Yeah.
right now we're just having fun. I want to make sure everyone's fed.
Chuckles a bit. It's always fun when new folks come back from an adventure. You'll have to tell the tavern the tales when you have time.
Of course.
We gotta be off again soon.
Sadly, yes. Well, enjoy the food and drinks are on us. So have fun.
Oh, I don't remember that.
You got interested by that?
And these two are gonna go get some drinks from over.
I guess I'm not interesting enough. And she'll walk
Oh.
over with them.
You come over. You want to say, not interesting enough. You're quite interesting. All of
And not as interesting as free drinks.
Well, free drinks don't come every day.
I understand.
And who's to say it can't be a combo deal or a duet? There we go.
A duet. I like that. A duet. Do you play piano?
Oh, I know a little bit. Yes, just a tiny bit. Not terribly much.
You should play a couple songs too.
I couldn't. I just,
Oh, no pressure.
yeah, you know, I suppose I could.
Oh, let's see it, girly. Let's see it.
Come over and we'll see how it goes.
I knew
Also
she had it
very
in
good.
her. That's what I'm talking about. It's
as
beautiful.
As Scarlet hears the music come back on, she's is on the table now. She's full on the table. Not she like looks over at Durin and like, I'm so sorry. I don't care.
Ah!
You can yell at me later.
He just waves a hand in the air. Various people get up to come over and watch.
Somebody come get her.
No, no.
No.
Somebody get her.
There's clapping and singing and piano playing and time. And I'm just gonna leave it open to all of you if there's anything else you all want to do while you're hanging around here, or if you want to roleplay with each other.
I'll let other people do it before I start doing my thing that I thought about.
Sure.
I would really just want to really quickly like to talk to this lady right here.
Certainly. She'll
What is?
look to the right to you and say, "Ah, you've been in here twice now."
Oh, you remember us?
I do. It's only been a week and a bit, I believe.
Oh,
You all made
oh
a bit
no,
of
it feels longer.
a bit of a showing. Strange how days
Did
go,
you?
huh?
Indeed.
You're
A
all
little
friends with
different,
Delia,
yeah.
so you must have gone on some kind of very daring adventure.
You could say that. Yeah.
Not quite my style. But
What is your style?
she chuckles a bit. My style is listening to people who have gone on daring adventures.
You some kind of like a little storyteller.
Sort of. You could say I'm oh, I don't even know what the word is. I am a one of the courtless ones. My family was deposed long time ago now. We've been
Oh.
traveling. My family lives out on the north end here now. I spend most of my time moving tavern to tavern with friends.
Wait, where are you from?
I'm from very far away. I'm not sure if you
Oh.
would know of it.
You don't have to mention it, but it's all right.
It's a much colder place than this, though I have gotten used to the heat. A place called Nice, very far away.
Oh. Yeah, never heard of it.
Not many people here have.
You know, I spent a little bit of time in Dacia. That's about it.
Dashia's nice, a little bit busy for my taste.
Hmm. And you know what they say about the core, the thousand. Ah.
Oh yes, nothing gets done until they start bashing wine over each other's heads.
But isn't that the best way things happen?
Yeah, maybe you should be Dashian.
Maybe I should. You know, if the court of 1,000 was just like a little party instead of bashing wine, you know, a lot could get done if we all just like had a drink and just like said, "Let's just have fun, guys." So much would get done. Maybe I should be Dacian after all. Alright, I'm gonna stop yapping. Nice to meet you, my Nicetian friend.
Indeed. I'm Coralie.
Coralie? Is that it?
Mm-hmm.
Nice to meet you. I'm Yadrina.
Ian Trina. I'll be around this tavern a lot. I'm sure we'll see each other again.
See you around too. Well, I'm gonna go take care of my friends. I'm the only one having water tonight. Bye.
Yeah, what else is going on around here?
At this point, Cork is just falling off the chair, laying on the side, like in a food coma.
For a little bit, Scarlet drags Yadrina onto the table and dances.
Oh yeah, we're doing this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's. I'm gonna. If Aries says anything, they'd like to do.
I have want to see if Ares is drunk yet, just to test how fast this Dragonborn is just gonna be out. Because at this point, he's just been chugging that bottle.
Oh my god!
He probably is, yeah.
Especially on an empty stomach, yes, I can see him getting drunk very fast.
He's he's gonna be absolutely wasted. I almost want to second roll Constitution check to see if he's drunk.
Yeah, go for it.
You know
That
what?
one.
Oh my god, that would be actually funny. Let's see, con. Oh, okay.
We're good, honestly.
Half
has-
done with the bottle, and he's still not.
Hasn't fully hit him yet.
He's like, dang, this is weak. Something stronger.
The yet
The yet part, yeah.
hits them all at once.
Something stronger, huh? Alright.
Yeah.
Oh, do I go for that?
As soon as he stands up from the bar, he's gonna go down because it hits him.
You gotta,
Literally,
you
just
gotta give him the spiked mirror wine.
that sounds interesting to taste, actually.
You want to try? I have, I do have mirror wine, actually. A fair bit of it. I
Oh,
keep a
you
lot on
do?
stock, because I have relatively rich clients.
I wouldn't mind, actually.
You order with Delia, I could spare a bottle.
Yeah, just the one. Just the one. It's okay.
And he'll pull a bottle off and put it down on the table. And he'll make a big deal about carefully placing a glass in front of you and whipping the cork off and then pouring out this liquid that looks almost metallic. I mean, it is metallic as it comes out and it pours in. It's like a mirror's surface sitting in the glass.
Crazy.
I see. All right. Well, is he gonna, as he grabs the cup, raises it, cheers, and he's just gonna instantly down it too.
For the brief moments you can taste it.
Mm-hmm.
Mirror wine is unlike most other drinks. It is a magical drink. It is enchanted. And what it does is it tastes of your character's most favorite drink. Favorite flavors pulled together specifically so that it's very enjoyable.
Oh, there is just the biggest smile on Ares' face. A genuine smile, not the classic, like almost crocodilian smile that he does when he's about to pull off something either vaguely stupid or vaguely dangerous. It's actually nice to see. He's genuinely happy for that moment. But I think that's pretty much it. He's just drinking. He's like, you know what? Nearly died. Saw the illusion of my wife being on fire. I'm just gonna drink away today. I'm off duty.
I am the sober dwarf, and Yadrina
There's-
keeps dancing.
Yeah, there's a point where Scarlet finally stops dancing, and then starts like calling everyone around and starts boasting about their adventure.
Start calling the story out.
Using her thaumaturgy cantrip to cause lights to flicker and just to make a big show about it.
Absolutely. People ooh and awe at different points and turns, especially once it comes to facing the creatures and Weaver herself. During the story, this hag